Alright, y'all, so I am back with another Bible reading. I wish I would focus here. Okay. Back with another Bible reading. I am on Samuel 19 to Samuel 20, page 244 to 245. I'm gonna read 2 pages on camera, 2 pages off camera. Keep doing that every day just so I can keep up on my reading. And yeah, I'm just gonna start right now. This will be a little bit of a short video, but I'm gonna have a playthrough of a game that I've already played before. So I'll upload that to my channel, but I just wanted to start over on the game and kind of make a video on it just to get some more content out. But I'm gonna start right now. And was now with David. Finally Saul banned him from his presence and demoted him to the rank of captain, but the controversy put David more than ever in the public eye. David continued to succeed in everything he undertook, for the Lord was with him. When King Saul saw this, he became more afraid of him, but all of Israel and Judah loved him, for he was one of them. For he was as one of them. One day Saul said to David, "I am ready to give you my oldest daughter, Merhab, as your wife. But first you must prove yourself to be a real soldier by fighting the Lord's battles." For Saul thought to himself, "I'll send him out against the Philistines and let them kill him rather than doing it myself." "Who am I that I should be the king's son-in-law?" David exclaimed. "My father's family is nothing." But when the time arrived for the wedding, Saul married her to Adriel, a man from Malath, whatever that is, instead. In the meantime, Saul's daughter Michal had fallen in love with David, and Saul was delighted when he heard about it. "Here's another opportunity to see him killed by the Philistines," Saul said to himself. But to David he said, "You can be my son-in-law after all, for I will give you my youngest daughter." Then Saul instructed his men to say confidentially, to David that the king really liked him a lot, and that they all loved him, and thought he should accept the king's proposition to become his son-in-law. "Men like me from an unknown family find enough dowry to marry the daughter of a king." When Saul's men reported this back to him, he told them, "Tell David that the only dowry I need is the 100 dead Philistines. Vengeance on my enemies is all I want." But what Saul had in mind was that David would be killed in the fight. David was delighted to accept this offer. So before the time limit expired, he and his men went out and killed 200 Philistines and presented their foreskins to King Saul. So Saul gave Michal to him. When the king realized how much the Lord was with David and how immensely popular he was with all the people, he became even more afraid of him and grew to hate him more and more with every passing day. Whenever the Philistine army attacked, David was more successful against them than all the rest of Saul's officers. So David's name became very famous throughout the land. Saul now urged his aides and his son Jonathan to assassinate David. But Jonathan, because of his close friendship with David, told him what his father was planning. Tomorrow morning, he warned him, "You must find a hiding place out in the fields. I'll ask my father to go out there with me, and I'll talk to him about you. Then I'll tell you everything I can find out." The next morning, as Jonathan and his father were talking together, he spoke well of David and begged him not to be against David. "He's never done anything to harm you," Jonathan pleaded. "He has always helped you in any way he could. Have you forgotten about the time he risked his life to kill Goliath and how the Lord brought a great victory to Israel as a result? You were certainly happy about it then. Why should you now murder an innocent man by killing him? There is no reason for it at all. Finally Saul agreed and vowed, "As the Lord lives, he shall not be killed." Afterward, Jonathan called David and told him what had happened. Then he took David to Saul, and everything was as it had been before. War broke out shortly after that, and David led his troops against the Philistines and slaughtered many of them, and put to flight their enemy army, their entire army. But one day, as Saul was sitting at home, listening to David play the harp, suddenly the tormenting spirit from the Lord attacked him. He had his spear in his hand and hurled it at David in an attempt to kill him. But David dodged out the way and it flew into the night, leaving the spear embedded in the timber of the wall. Saul sent troops to watch David's house and kill him when he came out in the morning. "If you don't get away tonight," Michal warned him, "you'll be dead by morning." So she helped him get down to the ground through a window. Then she took an idol and put it in his bed and covered it with blankets, with its head on a pillow of goat's hair. When the soldiers came to arrest David and take him to Saul, she told them that he was sick and couldn't get out of bed. Saul said, King Saul, sorry, not Saul. Saul said to bring him in his bed so that he could kill him. But when they came to carry him out, they discovered that it was only an idol. "Why have you deceived me and let my enemy escape?" Saul demanded of Michal. "I had to," Michal replied. "He threatened to kill me if I didn't help him." And that way David got away and went to Ramah, whatever that is, to see Samuel, and told him all that Saul had done to him. So Samuel took David with him to live in Naioth. When the report reached Saul that David was at Naioth in Ramah, he sent soldiers to capture him. But when they arrived and saw Samuel and the other prophets prophesying, the Spirit of God came upon them, and they also began to prophesy? I have no idea. I don't know it. Prophesy. When Saul heard what had happened, he sent other soldiers, but they too prophesied. The same thing happened a third time. Then Saul himself went to Ramah and arrived at the gate well in Secu. Where are Samuel and David?" he demanded. Someone told him that they were at Naioth. But on the way to Naioth, the Spirit of God came upon Saul, and he too began to prophesy. I don't know. He tore off his clothes and lay naked all day and night, prophesying with Samuel's prophets. I'm pretty sure that's prophesying. Yeah, prophesying. Yeah. Saul's men were incredulous. "What?" they exclaimed. "Is Saul a prophet too?" David now fled from Naioth in Ramah and found Jonathan. "What have I done?" he exclaimed. "Why is your father so determined to kill me?" "That's not true," Jonathan protested. I'm sure he is not planning any such thing. For he always tells me everything he's going to do, even little things. And I know he wouldn't hide something like this from me. It just isn't so." "Of course you don't know about it," David fumed. "Your father knows perfectly well about our friendship. So he has said to himself, 'I'll not tell Jonathan. Why should I hurt him?' But the truth is that I am only a step away from death. I swear it by the Lord and by my own soul." "Tell me what I can do," Jonathan begged. And David replied, "Tomorrow is the beginning of the celebration of the new moon. Always before I've been with your father for this occasion, but tomorrow I'll hide in the field and stay there until the evening of the third day. If your father asks where I am, tell him that I asked permission to go home to Bethlehem for the annual family reunion. If he says, 'Fine,' then I'll know that he is well, that all is well. But if he is angry, then I'll know that he is planning to kill me. Do this for me as my sworn brother, or else kill me yourself if I have sinned against your father. But do not betray him. But don't betray me to him." Of course not, Jonathan exclaimed. "Look, wouldn't I say so if I knew that my father was planning to kill you?" Then David asked, "How will I know whether or not your father is angry?" "Come out to the field with me," Jonathan replied, and they went out there together. Then Jonathan told David, "I promise by the Lord God of Israel that about this time tomorrow, or the next day at the least, I will talk to my father about you and let you know at once how he feels about you. If he is angry and wants you killed, then may the Lord kill me if I don't tell you so." Or if I don't tell you. So you can escape and live. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for right now. Again, I am trying, someone commented on my video saying that they couldn't see the Bible, and I am trying to get a camera stand. I'm going to try to save up for one. Hopefully I'll start receiving some more checks here in a little bit, and then I'll get one. I'll get like a little camera stand so I can, y'all can see my Bible while I'm reading it. But for now, that's all I'm going to do. I'm going to read these 2 pages separately, and I'll start recording a video here in a little bit. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all. And again, I just wanted to be fully transparent. Today I did, unfortunately. I fell back into lust a little bit, but it's okay. I'm keeping track of all the days that I'm free and all the days that I'm not. And I'm doing pretty good. I'm actually getting like multiple days out of the week without falling into lust fully, or without even falling into lust at all. And I'm going to keep going with that. I'm going to keep trying to struggle as hard as I can for that. So I just wanted to be transparent and be honest about it. But again, if you're struggling, I suggest you do the same thing. You should probably write down like a little, for me, I have like all the days of the week, and I'm just putting a check or an X, whether you're not, I fail or give in or whatever it is. So I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep y'all updated. But thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you all. And again, I'm going to keep trying, and I'm going to put out a video today. Hopefully multiple. Hopefully I'll put out like 2 or 3. But love you guys. Peace out.